Welcome to Basic Rhythm video number 1. Today's topics to be covered include basic time signatures, quarter notes, and quarter rests. These correspond to numbers 1 through 4 in your basic rhythm packet. Let's get cracking. The first thing you need to know is that every piece of music you will ever play will have a time signature. This basically tells us what value each note is going to get. In the instance of what we're doing today, we're going to have two numbers, 4 and a 4. Each number has a meaning. The top number tells us how many, and the bottom number tells us what kind of note. In this instance, the top 4 means there will be 4, and the bottom number tells us quarter notes in each measure. Which brings us to our next part, quarter notes and quarter rests. In 4/4 time, you will see lots of quarter notes and lots of quarter rests, especially in the first 4 rhythms. Each of these will receive one count or one beat. So when you're counting a full measure, you will have 4 of these symbols. In the instance of a rest, we're actually going to put a parenthesis around it while we're playing because we're not actually going to make any sound. A rest is a silence or a rest from making sound. Let's take a look at rhythm number 1. The first thing you're going to notice is that the very far left side at the beginning of the piece is our time signature, 4/4. This is telling us again there's 4 quarter notes in each measure. You'll notice after that we have 4 quarter notes and then a vertical line. This is called a bar line, and you're going to see lots of them throughout the music that you play. These simply separate the 4 quarter notes worth of time so that it's easier to see visually. Finally, at the very end of the piece, we have a special thing called a double bar line, and that is what tells us that we are all done and we can stop playing. Let's try counting the first line together. We have 1 quarter note, 2 quarter notes, 3, 4, and then our bar line tells us that we're going to start over again at 1. We have a rest for 2, don't forget your parentheses, 3, and then a rest on beat 4. We have a bar line, so we start over again. 1, 2, 3, 4, bar line, and then finally have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's try playing rhythm number 1 together in its entirety. If you're practicing this without the video, I would recommend using a metronome at about 80 beats per minute, which is the speed that we will be doing for this video. For which note to play if you're an instrumentalist, string players, I'd recommend either A or D open strings. If you're a band person, anything where you don't have to worry about fingerings and you can easily get a pitch is great. For instance, if you're a brass player, just don't have any valves down and just get a nice big sound. If you're a drummer, I would recommend using either your practice pad or a snare drum. For the instance of this video, we're going to be using a piano and I'll be playing the note A, so if you wish to play along with it, you can do an A. Just a final note for everybody as far as when to change your notes. If you're a string player, you want to change your bow right on the tick. If you're a band player and you're playing an instrument, you want to use your tongue to change your notes. So you're going to say like ta, 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 ta. And if you're a percussionist, you want to strike your drum each time right on the tick. All right, let's try playing it together. 1, 2, ready, play. And that's all there is to it. Now you can count quarter rests and quarter notes. Please remember to use a metronome when you're practicing at home, and I hope you have a good time working through rhythms 1 through 4. We'll see you in the next video.